Hello everyone, it's me again. In case you saw my last video, the last video, editing error. So the first half of the video was at the end, and I was so confused. So anyway, I would have uploaded sooner, but I had to do my science fair project and a super special video I have for you guys. Also, I spent an entire day watching season 1 of American Housewife. So, yeah. But I really wanted to make a video and stream at my computer today. So I decided, why don't I just make one and stream at my computer today anyway, because I'll do that regardless. Better get on camera. So, yeah, what I'm going to do today, first 2026 house map. Now, stupid 270 to win doesn't have one. I'm going to see if I can just see if this works. That's somehow not a real link. Well, okay, it's fine. So as we see right now, it's 220 to 215 with some vacancies. Specifically, you have Matt Gaetz's district, you have Waltz's district, you have a lot of vacant seats because Trump administration put a lot of people in there. You have Stefanik C, if I can find that. There it is. So let's take a look. 2024 consensus. So this is a general consensus of what people thought the thing was going to be. Overall, not that bad. I really only see, 3 seats minimum that were wrong. So overall, not bad. Anyway, so this is my first 2026 official prediction. So exciting. Sorry, nothing in Alabama. Alaska. Oh boy. Do I think Alaska is gonna flip again? That is the question. Okay, so let's just keep everything straight. I think the generic ballot, I think it's gonna be about a 3.5 victory for the Democrats. So in line with what we've seen with the Republicans, they've had about a 2.8 majority, both 2016 and 2020. So now I think 2026, we're gonna see a bit better than 2020. But overall, I think, you know what, I'm changing it 4.5 because 2020 was about 3-ish. So I'm gonna change it to about, nah, let's just keep it at 3.5. Do I think Alaska will flip again? I'm gonna keep for this. I think narrowly gonna flip back to Mary Patola if she decides to run again. Because if Republicans run another Republican candidate, because, well, do I? Okay. My logic on this situation is, first of all, ranked choice voting and barely passed. First of all, it was like a 600 vote margin. So Mary Patola, if you combine Democratic vote share, they got 58, no, 48% of the vote in Alaska. And if we add the independent candidate, I think he's a Democrat, like leaning majority right there, right then. And in the primary, Patola got the majority. She decides to run again. I do think this race will flip. Just because of that. In Arizona, I think Democrats are gonna see a okay year in Arizona because, first of all, Lake, she said she's not running. And you know what Donald Trump does right after? Endorses Karen Taylor Robeson. In case you don't know who that person is, she ran in the Arizona governor's race against Carrie Lake in the Republican primary. And oh my God, this is like a full 180 moment for like all of like everyone. Like, and there are two things I can scream about in politics. It's the wow counties and this. So, yeah, back to the video. Despite that, I think Schweikert's seat flips. I think Siscomani's seat, no, Schweikert's seat, I think will be lean. And then I think this will be the map. Siscomani underperformed horribly. He outperformed Trump, but only won by about 2.5. And this is a reasonably Republican district. And he's the incumbent in a decent Republican year on the border. Do we need to talk about how the fact is this on the border? Only very, very small border. Still on the border, though. So, really, it's kind of a letdown. Schweiker. I've been saying Schweiker has been gonna lose for the last 3 times I made videos on this. I was wrong in 2022. I was close in 2022. I had concepts of it flipping, and it was only a 0.88 margin. And then for some reason in 2024, because this was a Biden district, now it's not a Biden district. It wasn't even a Kamala district. It was a Trump district. Without him on the ballot, I think Republicans are going to underperform. This is the year we see Schweikert lose. And also, I'm going to mark this likely. I don't think Stanton is going to win by a safe margin. Arkansas, California. First of all, cost a seat will be likely. That was a surprise. If all the seats surprise. Katie Porter. Katie Porter's seat, she did not win the Senate nomination, which is weird. I thought she would. Leave in and yeah. Okay, so for Michelle Steele's seat, I think decent Democratic year. It's gonna be a lean seat. Young Kim, I do think Young Kim will narrowly hold on. Actually, maybe not. Oh my God, I hate this. I hate this more. If there was a third thing I could scream at, it would be this. Oh my God, I think the universe is trying to tell me something. I'm not cut out for this, so I'm gonna quit and go to Cancun. Oh, it I'm broke. I can't go to Cancun. I'm not like Cancun cruising, if you know what I mean. Oh my God, I think this website just hates me. I think she's gonna hold on by about. No, I think it's gonna be a likely margin. Young Kim's a very. Oh my God. Do I need to? Yeah, I guess I need to. Young Kim. So this was a barely. Hang on. Yeah, this is 2020 margins. Valdeo's seat, first of all, this was a Republican seat. Garcia, I'm pretty sure he was in the. Like, these California districts shifted and they shifted hard. Um, 12-point shifts in each district. So there's that. I'm gonna scroll down and fix it because I can't. And these aren't even close. These are reasonably Democratic seats. Okay, Valadeo. I think he's gonna hold on. He's held his seat so long, and he won by a reasonable margin in 2024, assuming all the votes are in. Oh, thank God they finally got their votes in. His margin actually increased. He won by 6.8, which I do believe he outperformed Trump in. So without Trump on the ballot, blue wave year, I think he narrowly holds on. He's Despite him voting to impeach Donald Trump, he's at least semi-popular. And also, Mark Garcia, if he runs again, I want to mark it as tilt because overall it was a pretty close race. 2.7, actually not so close. We take a look at if I can find Michelle's deal seat. 0.21. This was like 600 votes maximum in this seat. And I do think that she will. I think Michelle Steele, I think she's going to lose there if she tries to run again. Ken Calvert, sleeper flip. I think Ken Calvert goes down. This is a asymmetric left trending seat, and he's been in Congress for a while, so he might as well just retire at this point. I don't think he's going to do so good. And then I think we all forgot about Kevin Kiley's seat. This was a pretty competitive seat in 2022. Now, not so much anymore. It is a left trending seat, so it probably will shift at least a little bit. Colorado, really not much to talk about. I think Karyava, if she tries to run again, which a lot of incumbents that lose their races run again. So I think she'll probably flip the seat by a lean margin, just because it's Colorado, it's bright trending, and you know, my stupid brother who thought it was a good idea to start brushing in the bathroom after I moved him. So I'm gonna make these two likely. They're gonna be likely. Lauren Boebert, she's in the seat. This is a left trending seat too. So decent year for Democrats, likely. Connecticut, I think Johanna Hayes will win by a likely margin. Florida, really the only competitive seat here is Jared Moskowitz, which, first of all, he's been underperforming margins for quite a while. Yeah, he won by 4.8, and now he won by 4.9. I think he'll win by closer to 8. Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa. Oh, yay, Iowa. Um, it's gonna be one seat in Iowa that flips. One. I think Mariana Miller, she's gonna lose because this is what happens. She wins by 6 votes, and she wins by a reasonable margin in 2022. But a lot of people won by reasonable margins in 2022, and then she won by 600. It wasn't six. That's literally the quote of every time I talk about her. At least it's not six. Really. and these were all Trump seats anyway, so she's underperforming. Let's say primary here out, she's losing. So Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine. Maine, Jared Golden was by a lean margin. Pretty popular incumbent. He barely held on in 2024. Bluer year. Susan Collins is probably going to lose too, so I do think he will win by a lean margin. Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Michigan. I'm gonna go for a hot take here. I think Democrats they flip John James's seat. Did I want to? Kind of, yeah, I did kind of want to. Because we've seen in years past, if Trump does a good job, we could see that. Like, we could see John James lose re-election against a strongish incumbent. Well, challenger non-incumbent. Other hot take, Alyssa Slotkin. Oh, and like that Democrats took the majority. I didn't even notice. Slotkin, I think, well, her old seat, Tom Barrett. If Tom Barrett tries to run for governor or senate or something, an open race, I think Democrats pick it off. This was a Biden seat, but a Trump seat. And then Kildee, old seat. This is Junch or Unge. I can't pronounce the name. I'm really sorry. Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska. I think it remains till R. Just because Don Bacon is a decently popular bipartisan incumbent, and I don't see him losing if he hasn't already. And he won in 2024 with a Democrat, Dan Osborne, who's an independent, not a Democrat. If he wins in this seat, I think he wins because he did pretty good in this part of the state. So where are we? Nebraska, Nevada. I agree with all this. New Hampshire, New Jersey. Nothing in New Jersey. New Mexico. Nothing in New Mexico. New York. There's stuff in New York though. I'm gonna move this up to likely. I'm gonna move this to lean. I'm gonna keep this safe actually because he won by 13. I'm gonna keep this one likely, and I'm gonna flip this one. My reasoning being Lawler, he is in a Kamala district. He is one of three Democrats. No, he's one of three Republicans in the entire country in a Democratic district. The first is Brian Fitzpatrick, who is centered in Bucks County, a county Trump won by 300 votes. Second is Don Baker, which Kamala won the district by 4.7. And then Lawler, Kamala barely won the seat. She won it by at least less than 1%, but then he won by 6. So the huge overperformance, honestly. It's still a Kamala district, though, so assuming Republican governor expectations underperform, and if the rumors are true that he does run for governor, we'll probably see this district flipped. Let's be honest. So 224, which is more than Republicans have had since 2016. Okay, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio. Yeah, Oklahoma, Oregon. Not the most. It's kind of okay. It's pretty Democratic presidential wise. Trump probably did a little bit better, but she's a decent candidate. She was pretty much recruited to beat Lori Chavez de Remmer. Because remember, years past, the Democrat primaried out the other Democrat, lost to Shori Chavez de Remmer, and now B&M has won. So lean. Actually, now to make it likely. I said likely, not tilt. If I wanted tilt, I would have marked it tilt, didn't I? Oh wait, I did. Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania. Oh my god, I want Pennsylvania, not Rhode Island. I agree with these. I think these are gonna flip. Matt Cartwright, I think it's gonna flip. Similar margins, yeah. I think no, I don't want that district to go blue because actually that would be a fun upset if that happened. I think this district becomes likely. Brian Fitzpatrick, he's held on for so long. Like I said, he's one of three statewide incumbents to underperform Kamala Harris. So there's that. Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas. I agree with this. Actually, no, I don't. There we go. Utah. So, our redistricting efforts in Utah to get Democrats another seat, which I do think will pass. So, I think Burgess wins the seat, slightly becomes a bit more Democratic. She could still pull off a win. Maybe not, though. I'm going to make it lean for now. Utah. Vermont. There's nothing in Vermont. So, that's going to be boring. Utah, Vermont. Oh my god, I'm so sick of this. Utah, Vermont. I think Luria goes down. I think she goes down. Wexton's seat was not safe. I think Vindman. Vindman has too many scandals to his name, honestly, to make it anything less than lean. I think Kiggins, I think she loses. A Democrats can nominate a decent candidate. We're going to see how the governor's races go first, and then we're going to base our Virginia thing off that. Because if Democrats can do good in Kiggins seat, I think, first of all, if they're winning Kiggins seat, they're running up the numbers in Spanberger and Wexton seat. Probably winning Bob Good seat, who somehow was defeated in the primary. To someone named John McGuire. That explains why I couldn't find him. Oh, that makes more sense. I swear I was going crazy over someone who didn't exist, but turns out he didn't know I don't want to go to a casino. Stop it. That's the map. Okay, back to myself. Virginia. Oh, I have to. What? No, Virginia, Washington. Virginia, Washington. I think. I think we're Glusenkamp Perez. I just love Glusenkamp. Like, such a fun word to say. It was a Trump district. 2022, it was a narrow margin. In 2024, not so narrow. It was a 4-point margin. I could see it go up to likely, honestly. Screw it. Likely Democratic unless Republicans can nominate a decent candidate. But, well, actually, they're probably going to dominate a decent candidate, so we'll move it back down to clean. West Virginia, Wisconsin. I think this district. Democrats can nominate a good candidate. I think that district, the driftless area, shifted heavily towards Trump. And it was a Trump plus like 5 seat. I think I'm gonna call it. I think it's upset of the election. This happens in 230. Look at that. And Wyoming. So we go back to the map. We see Democrats have 230 seats. They flip 15 seats in this election, which really not the margins they might want. But oh well, it's better than whatever Republicans had anyway. Actually, let's spare the point. So this was a 3-point generic national environment. Let's shift it. I think it's about 3.5, so let's do a 7-point shift just to be generous. Well, 5-point shift. The 5-point shift, we already have the same map we have now. And then 1, 2. So pretty much in line. Just 5 seats off the actual margin. And then you can make the case and argue point for seats. That was my cell phone. And my people are texting me. I swear it's Arif again. You know what? Probably is. Hi, Arif. I'll see you like next week on call. Shh, I said it too much. Okay, so enough about me. We're gonna go 2022. We're gonna see the same thing. If this thing wants to work. Again, 3-point generic environment for the Republicans. So if we shift this by 7 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We see similar margins. So we're gonna see a lot of huge shifts, and then we can make case in point for a lot of these seats too. If you guys have seen my other video where I say Democratic best targets, you guys should watch that. So, you know what? That's where I'm gonna end the video. I'm too lazy to speak anymore, and I have to create a thumbnail and eat my dinner. So, bye guys. I also have to go back to watching Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition and American Housewives. I really want to go finish that show. I don't want to finish it if you know what I mean, but I want to. Anyway, bye.